Hello there, it's Sarah from Paper Lovely. Thanks for joining me today. I am going to take you through some decorating of camera ephemera that I have made using the large die kit of the month way back from April of 2022. This is from Spellbinders and the name of it is Say Cheese. I will link below for you if it is still in stock. Sometimes these are. So I did use this in my previous video. I did adjust the cuts for you. And here I am doing things a little bit differently. I'm just going to make these cameras, going to make some really pretty ephemera pieces, which could then later be popped on top of a card or used to decorate up some scrapbooking. I'm taking you quickly here through how I placed all of this together. And the only change that I made is instead of creating that sort of flash fan like they do in their sample, I instead used an embossing folder, which is sort of a sunburst pattern from We Are Memory Keepers. That saves some time. It also, the fans were a little bit smaller and I had some trouble getting those pieces to fit together, so this kind of solved that problem for me. And like I said, also made the process just a little bit quicker. So I want to take you through here for just one of these on how I placed everything together. When I'm doing sort of a bulk set of things like this, I will do all of my cutting at one time, and then I sort of put those in my little plastic pouches that I use to organize my stamps and dies. And that way all of my pieces are contained, ready to go for when I have time to place everything together. So that's what I did here. I have made 8 of these and I'm just dumping out the little plastic pouch with all of my large and small pieces, and I'm going to use glue and some foam dots here to place everything together. I have used quite a bit of gold foil paper. This is from Spellbinders, or I guess it's more of a cardstock than a paper. It does have a nice thickness to it. I have noticed when using that with my liquid glue, things tend to slide. So you'll see me use my stamp blocks just to make sure that everything is nice and tight, sort of smashing that down until that glue has a chance to really, really dry. Now this die set does also include some sentiments to place below the camera, as well as some pretty flowers to put together and some leaves to decorate. I decided I wanted to pull in some of my Maggie Holmes paper, so I'm going to be using the Sunny Days collection. So you'll see the pattern paper that I'm using is from that collection, and then I have pulled in just some matching cardstock. I will list those for you on my blog post, but it is too many to list for all 8 different cameras here on the video, especially since I'm going to speed things up for you when we start decorating and putting everything together. Alright, so at this point I am going to go ahead and turn up the music. We'll finish getting this camera base all put together, and then right after that I will sort of fade into the actual decorating. I have left in that full process, however I have turned it up quite a bit, sped it up quite a bit. I think we're going at like 600 or 700%. But I wanted to include that. I know a lot of you like to see sort of the thought process of pulling things in, taking them out, and how I land on the final design that I'm placing together. So I'm going to go ahead and do that here, and I will meet you back at the end. We'll take a look at all of the finished cameras. Alright, here we're going to go through just a sort of quick pass through of each of the finished cameras. You can see all of these a little bit closer and more cleanly. I think this collection is so much fun, and I thought it fit really well with the camera idea since it's for beach time and vacationing, and it just sort of made sense to me. I also loved how 3D and really the depth I was able to give to these using not only the foam dots in putting the cameras together, but adding the chipboard pieces, the puffy stickers. It really gives it some dimension. And on a few of these, I've added some of the charms that came along with the collection as well. Here are a few close-ups of the finished pieces. You'll find a link to my blog post in the description below. There you'll find additional photos and links to the supplies I've used. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a comment or a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.